one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. You may be seated. I'll call the meeting to order. I'll ask the recording treasurer to call the roll.
Lawrence.
Here.
Hastings.
Here.
Lynch.
Here.
Pistol.
Here.
Ward.
Here.
Williams.
Here.
Brings us to approval of agenda. I'll entertain a motion second to that. First, I'd like to make a motion second for an amendment to that. I'd like to add the resolution that Chad's passed out for the police department. I'd like to insert that under, talk about that under police department. I'll entertain a motion second to insert that resolution in the agenda.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? I'll ask for a vote.
Lawrence.
Yes.
Hastings.
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes.
Pistol.
Yes.
Ward.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
This time I'd ask to approve the agenda as amended. Entertain a motion second for that.
Make a motion, we approve the agenda. Second amended.
Any discussion? I'll ask for a vote.
Lawrence.
Yes.
Hastings.
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes.
Pistol.
Yes.
Ward.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Brings us down to approval of minutes for August 28, 2025 meeting of the monthly financials. I entertain a motion second to approve those as presented.
Make a motion, we approve. Second.
Any discussion? I'll ask for a vote.
Lawrence.
Yes.
Hastings.
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes.
Pistol.
Yes.
Ward.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Brings us to department head reports. I have nothing for the airport commission. I missed the meeting Monday. I think they had it. No, maybe it's coming this Monday. I think they're having classes, and they did get that grant approved. I think we did that last time. That's about all I have on the airport commission. Brings us to animal control. Reta, Tharp.
Okay, we've had 81 calls into animal control. I've been on 32 calls. I picked up 7 dogs, 8 cats, handled numerous complaints, fusses between neighbors and dogs, and yeah, that. This time last year, there were 17 dogs at the shelter, which is now rescue. Now there are 40. They are coming in droves. Now
there's
they
how
are
many?
getting some adopted,
40.
but they're coming in faster than they can get them adopted out. I've never seen.
Are we at capacity?
Oh yeah. Well, no, we have 1 empty kennel I saved for city police in case something happens.
What do you think's the reason for the increase?
The county, I'm sorry, but it's true. They're coming out of the county. The city of Clinton has never had this number of dogs, ever. I mean,
So you think people are bringing them and dumping them in the
yes,
city?
sir. It's been caught once, and I fined them. But that's the only time I've been able to actually prove it. It happens, and I knew it was coming. And we deal with it. You know, we do get it. The rescue is getting them out, but they're coming in just as fast as they're going out the front door. So, it is what it is. Let's see. I went on a goat call because that was just a help, because it was like running down the court square, literally. And I followed it for 2 hours in about 105 degree weather, keeping up with it till the sale barn could get there. Then he lost it. And it was wild. I mean, it was hard to deal with. But someone finally caught it on School Hill. I don't know who, but they had it in the back of their truck. So that took that problem out.
Well, when you get to capacity, you just have to say, hey, we don't have room for it, and do the best.
Well, I can't take a goat anyway.
What's the goat capacity?
There isn't one.
Oh, okay.
Is there one, Tara? Not unless we have stables down there.
Take it to Dennis Richardson's house. Yeah.
Then, dispatch contacted me about a pig. Well, a 250-pound pig, what am I supposed to do? You know, it was kind of one of those things. And then a snake, and I'm sure not going to deal with that mess. But, and
What
also,
on cats, maxed on cats?
cats is, how many cats
It doesn't
are down there
matter,
right
it's
now?
6
I lost.
adults and 9 kittens, young ones.
6 adults and 9 kittens.
The cats are going pretty quick. We're able to,
We've got a lot of cats adopted.
Okay,
And dogs are adopting too. It's just they're coming in too fast.
okay.
But you're not taking them in, you're having to pick them up, right?
I'm having to pick
Yeah.
them up. Everything down there, every animal within that facility is City of Clinton. There's just simply not room for anything else. I mean, at the rate they're coming in here,
Okay.
they show up all over. The hospital, the school. The school is an issue since school started because,
Is the, I may be jumping ahead. I was gonna ask about the heat and air.
well, that was next on the list, so you're fine. The air don't blow. I mean, nothing comes out the vents. We had Leland Nixon out there, and he went up. The furnace and a bunch of stuff is upstairs. And he went up, and there's a fan burnout, and he said it was pretty much a mess up there.
Who's our guy for the heat and air?
Leland Nixon.
Leland? Okay, yeah.
I have his cell phone number, and he said if any of you guys had a question, you could call him, and he would answer it, because I may not answer. I may not know exactly. I know I don't know as much as he does,
Well, you had
obviously.
mentioned that, and I know it's fall, it's gonna be cold, so that's gotta be fixed.
Well, yeah, because the heat or air, neither one works.
Is it just the blower motor on the
It's,
furnace?
he would have to explain it better than me. I know there's a motor up there out, and then there is no, it's not code. There is no,
Freon.
it's just not blow. No, he put Freon in it. There's just, it's not blowing.
Right.
There's no air.
Is what he's gonna do, will that fix that, or is that a different problem?
no, that fixes everything.
Okay,
And he's gonna put a floor around that unit because he said there's like boards to stand
yeah,
on.
yeah, I remember.
And
seeing it.
you,
It's kind of
I
a
mean,
problem.
literally someone fell through it one time. But anyway,
So is it a new unit?
everything upstairs is new. And he's gonna fix a platform so that
That's
if somebody
fine.
has to go back up there and work on it, they don't say, oh my God, he worked on this last, because they didn't fix it.
Right.
And that's all I have. Does anybody have any questions?
No, do we need to spend money on that? Is he gonna come up and fix it? Did he give us we got money in the,
I told him I would let him know if it was approved or whatever, because I don't know the process. It was $3,500 was the total.
well, do we need to vote on that? I'd say do it. I'll entertain a motion to get it ready for whatever he needs to do to get ready for winter especially.
Well, so the heat and air works, it's just not blowing it. Is that what you're saying?
The
It's not
furnace
blowing-
does not work.
Oh, it doesn't?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not blowing cold, so, yeah, he thinks 3,500 will fix it, right?
Yes.
You put a wood stove in there cheaper than that.
Come on now.
I'll entertain a
Don't give
motion
me
and
any
second to approve that.
Steel barrel.
Yeah.
It's not in my job description to cut wood, Jeff.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? I'll ask for a vote.
Barnes?
Yes.
Hastings?
Yes.
Lynch?
Yes.
Pistol?
Yes.
Ward?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
Thank you.
Did you get
Thank you. Anything else for
Did you get
Rita?
the rogue cattle around the Jason Street Choctaw area ever figured out?
The what?
Rogue cattle? There was about 5 or 6.
Old nine, I got a
Yeah,
call.
there's about 5 or 6 cattle.
I got a call this evening from one of the officers, the city officers, and me and him, he and I discussed it. I told him I would talk to the sheriff because Eric told me that he had his lieutenant investigator investigating that. So I didn't want to step up in the middle of it. You know, I said, if y'all need me, call me. But I'm told there is one section of fence that she only has one wire. Well, if they're hungry, they're not going to stay in there. I mean,
There were
there's
several
not.
people that thought they were mine, but I don't have cattle anymore. So.
No, they're hers,
were what?
and
I don't have any cattle anymore, so they're not mine.
So
I got
Lynch's.
a bunch of cattle.
The 40 dogs you got in there,
I know they're coming in too fast, but how long are the ones that you've been trying to adopt out? What's the longest? How long
longest-
has the longest one been in there?
Oh, let's see. Most of the longer ones we have managed to adopt.
Right now, what's the
Probably-
longest? What's the one you've had the longest? How long has it been in there?
We've got a couple that have been there for like 8 months.
Oh, I was thinking, not
So-
years.
so-
Well, we got a couple of them
The
out.
longest ones.
Yeah, you want a dog? It won't be happening, boys.
So I guess 8 months.
Okay.
Anything else for Rita? Thank you. Call 454-8882 if you have cattle to rustle. Which brings us to the fire chief. Flag looks great.
We're doing really good compared to hearing to that story. The fire department's awesome. We've had a couple of false calls since our last meeting. Nothing big. We're in the middle of getting recertified on CPR. Basically getting ready to get everything moved in the new station and go from there. If anybody has any questions, I'll be glad to try to answer.
Has the ambulance service moved out there yet? I hadn't been by.
They have not moved in yet. They haven't signed the agreement, or I hadn't got the agreement back yet. But they are out there putting their beds in each room, lockers in, so they're getting it prepared. So it shouldn't be much longer.
Somebody brought up if they needed a meeting room downtown for the reunion with the old fire department, like the class of whatever. I said, call the fire chief, so.
454-8882.
Yeah, 454-8882.
Everybody else has got it too.
Come get these cows and I need to rent the room. Okay, good. Yeah, the flag looks good on 65. I got a lot of compliments on that. So appreciate it. Anything else for the chief? Thank you, DL. Brings us down to Parks and Street Department. Charles is not here. He worked with me today. We were working on something. Parks are looking good. I think we got an event this weekend. Is it the Fire Expo? Did I make that? Yeah. They're ready for that. Grant Van Buren County Fire Expo, so be sure and go to that.
That'll start at 10 o'clock Saturday morning.
What's that?
10 o'clock Saturday morning.
10 o'clock Saturday. Don't miss that. That's always a good thing. Streets looking good. Did good getting ready for the chuck wagon races. Police department did good. I'll let Charles speak for himself on that. Anything on parks and streets?
Other than I met with the soccer, they had like 90 kids sign up for fall soccer, and I met with them down there today to try to see. They need
Bigger
they're going to have to go down to where the
Peewee is?
down there
In that area,
and
yeah.
set up a field, but it shouldn't affect anything. Pee-wees don't play there on Saturdays. That's the only time that they'll play, and it'll only be 4 or 5 Saturdays
That's
in the
a
next
big
5 or 6
Deal.
weeks.
That's a huge turnout, actually. So,
They just need a place to set up a field. They have the 2, but they need one that's a little bit bigger than the space over there by the concession stand.
yeah, I don't
So-
think anybody has a problem with that. Just work around. It's everybody's park, and they'll know it. So, thank you, and thanks for pushing that, because a lot of people are grateful for that. Brings us down to Police Department Chief Jay Murdock.
I also don't do snakes.
What's that?
I also don't do snakes. I'm with Rita on that one.
Okay.
Sorry I wasn't here last week. I want to say first off, thanks to Chief Webb and his guys at the fire department and the Clinton School District Police Department for helping us with the chuck wagon ride through. I think that went about as smooth as it can. Other than that, in August, we took 44 incident reports, 11 accident reports, 217 miscellaneous calls for service, wrote 81 citations, 83 warnings. It's typical August. You guys have any questions about that?
No, y'all did a great job. So did the fire department, the school, Davis, let's go in the back, and the phone company. I mean, it went, like I said, smooth. We was getting a lot of people in there. I kind of wondered at one point, but it worked out great. And whatever audible y'all had to call, it worked out really well and fed a lot of people. So
Had them in there stuffed to the gills, they did. The other thing is, I think Mr. Brown gave you guys a copy of a resolution for us to sell a car to the sheriff's office. It's our old 2010 Charger. The sheriff's looking to have it as a backup transport car. It's kind of superfluous to our needs now that we've got our other 2 back and getting them ready to go. So it kind of helps him, helps me. Like I said, the price is $3,500. And if you guys pass this resolution, I would like to put that money into our special equipment fund, because some of my officers have been here about 5 years and their vests are about to expire, so we'll be able to buy them some new body armor.
Okay, this is, you need $3,500 to sell the auto, and then you would like to put the money into special equipment fund. I'll read the resolution first.
I think he means that they're gonna pay $3,500 for the vehicle,
Yes.
and that's where he's gonna put the money,
Oh, I
right?
have to say,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not paying them to take my car.
No, I'm sorry, yeah. I'll read the resolution, and we can vote on it. Read that first. A resolution designating and authorizing the mayor and the recorder to sell a city police vehicle to Van Buren County. Whereas the city of Clinton Police Chief and Van Buren County Sheriff have negotiated a transfer of a department vehicle from the city police to the sheriff. And whereas this resolution is necessary to authorize the mayor and the recorder to execute binding contracts pursuant to Arkansas Code Antiquated 1454-302B. Now therefore it be resolved by the City Council of the City of Clinton, Arkansas, Section 1, that the mayor and the recorder are hereby authorized and directed to execute the interlocal agreement attached to this resolution. In Section 2, that the mayor and recorder are hereby authorized and directed to execute any other documents or instrument necessary to effectuate the acquisition of this described property. I'll entertain a motion, second, to adopt this resolution.
I make a motion to adopt the resolution.
I'll second.
Any other discussion? I'll ask for a vote.
Barnes.
Yes.
Hastings.
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes.
Pistol.
Yes.
Ward.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
I know it's 2025, but I don't have the number. It'll be the next one because I
Okay.
just got it, so I don't have the
We'll get the
number.
vote on the next deal. Do I need to read this interlocal agreement? No, you have that in front of you. Okay, thank you. Anything else for the chief? Great job on the races for sure in the whole week. So thank you for that. No, all right, thank you. See you. Brings us down to Water and Sewer Department, Chief Will Hinchey.
All right, I told you guys not last month because I wasn't here. I apologize. But our chemical cost was going to be more expensive. We were at 29 cents per thousand. That's, we the last couple of months, we like to stay in that 14 cent to 11 cent range, somewhere in there. But we were at 29 cents per thousand. We really fought that manganese. We had employees. All three guys were down there working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for almost a month, trying to get that under control. So didn't see a whole bunch of red, black, or anything water in there. They did a pretty good job, so they stayed after it. So appreciate them. Water loss, I hate to say it, but we were at 25% last month, and we're at 33% this month. And saying that's because we took over B Branch and that we own them now. So that's B Branch has knocked us 10% up. But without B Branch, we were 23%. But we got B Branch. This is the first time we reported with B Branch in there. So when I report Clinton as a whole, that's B Branch, Denard, Burnt Ridge, and Clinton all together. So 33% there. Burnt Ridge was at 34, Denard was at 25, and B Branch by itself was at 41. So we have fixed a lot of leaks during this period of time. I haven't got the guys in that area trained to do work orders yet. So they have not turned any in on those. So there was no figure, and that's actual numbers from wholesale that went through and to what we sold. Speaking of wholesale, I know with the agreement and everything, when we took over B Branch and everything, they would pay up our final debt and all that. Well, this last month, we did not send them a wholesale price. With taking in B Branch and just taking in all their funds and taking it in, we were able to pay ourselves back pay on, so they're paid up. There is no past debt on water loss or on what they owed us for water from the past several months. They were also able to pay all their debts on their own too. That way, we were able to pay what we brought in. We were able to pay corn main, wind water, all their electric bills, everything else. So they were able to pay all that. But going on, updates for projects there. We talked the previous month before how we awarded all the bids except for the one we're going to rebid, the SCADA. We have advertised to rebid that SCADA for B Branch. That SCADA bid come in at $3.2 million last time, and we projected $500,000. So in doing that, we kind of created our own monster on that. We have a electric company or a control company that does all of our stuff. So we let them spec it out where they had all access. We didn't have a third party we had to deal with, and that's why it come in so high. So we had to back up and go with a cloud base. Either we bid it out for Missions or High Tide. There's some big companies out there cloud based for SCADA. So we're actually thinking with the electric costs and stuff, it's going to come back in around $600,000. So we put that out for bid. So maybe we'll have some bids in before too long. The other projects were all bid out. Like I had mentioned to Dina earlier, they're actually wanting to start painting by the end of the month. The loan closing will not be until sometime next month, but we'll have to pay that out of pocket, and we'll be able to first draw from ANRC get that paid back. So they are wanting to start working on the project for the meters. Those are I got a phone call before my meeting this afternoon. Those are being shipped, so we should have them within the next week. All the meters for B Branch. And the other project down there was a line replacement. There's been a few hiccups on that. We're actually getting audited on that. That's something we haven't done. Got a call this week. They're wanting to know exactly how much the impact and how many customers and population and everything on that. And it's through ANRC, so this is an audit or it's kind of, we're not really sure what it is. I haven't got a phone call back to get clarification. Projects here in Clinton. Of course, you guys know the tanks are all done. We are still working at the water treatment plant. They're actually starting taking out one of the meters out of one of the trains for the filters. We had a discussion today what to do with that, if they could bulk it on site or if they had to haul it as they got it. And I told them to get it out of here. I didn't want it stored on site. We got that project going on still. You guys are still seeing people changing out manholes. All the manholes have been changed out. If you see them now working on one, they're doing a poly lining on the inside of those. So if you guys as board members want to stop and see that, it's actually pretty neat.
That's what we were looking at today, right? That one we were looking at?
Yeah, they're spraying the inside of those manholes with an adhesive and basically making a manhole inside a manhole. And it's really neat. They do a good job at it. I looked at it. I've looked at several the other day. So we got that. That should be wrapping up pretty soon on that project. Still working at the wastewater plant on the intake. That's been a slow project. I still, that had asked me in my previous board meeting about the sewer line over here in the creek. We haven't got an update on that. There was an email went out about staging, but there wasn't a date set. So I still don't have a date for changing out that sewer line. That's about all I got. Of course, you guys know during the new business we'll be talking about the rate ordinance for B Branch and the bond ordinance. So if you guys have any questions for me.
I like the lining. I never would have thought of that. I thought you had to yank them all out. But looks.
Yeah, it was really neat to watch some of that bursting. I know it was loud around some of the businesses. We did get some calls on that, back behind in the alleyway, hammering through there, but all that. I'm hoping to see the difference this winter when it starts raining. So
the difference in, the meters and the SCADA, that's two different things. They don't work off each other, right?
They do not, no.
Yeah. So the meter is a cellular or something.
Yeah, so the SCADA we're talking about, it's going to be a cloud base, but it's going to communicate from pump station to water tower, and it's going to communicate everything back to the water treatment plant.
And it'll work with the Clinton system just the same.
It's all going to be together.
Yeah.
So no Clinton system as it is now, it's going to change. It's all going to incorporate together.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
I'll be able to see if I'm sitting in a meeting and I get an alarm, I'll be able to see how much water's in a tank throughout the whole system, which pump's running, whether a pump is running or power failure. So we sit down and inspect all the different call outs we'll get. There's like 7 inputs and 7 outputs. So I have options to see. It'll tell me low pressure, high influent, low influent, what the tank level is, which pump's running, if there's 2 pumps running. So I'll be able to see a lot. Hopefully it'll keep us for call outs. Basically, if someone calls and says, I got low water pressure up on Eagle View, I can look and say, well, the tank's full. It's probably going to be an issue on you. So hopefully it'll save overtime and stuff throughout the year.
At some point, will it be like same for B Branch, like Evelyn Eads has a You left your garden hose on
Yes, so
Ricky's?
those meters I said are being shipped, they're getting the same meters, even better than what we have. They're getting, what we had is what they call the first gen. They got a whole new, the new endpoints that they got now, they'll read not just Verizon, but Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. Like they'll read those three services. Whichever's the strongest signal is what's going to pick it up.
Can we get those and give them the other?
Yeah.
Good deal.
We'll hide that.
Just kidding. Anything else for Will? And then we'll get to Ryan. Thank you. Brings us down to unfinished business. New business, have a couple of ordinances, one for amended water rates for customers formerly served by B Branch, and one for the water bond. I'll turn, Ryan Bowman's here. I'll let him introduce it, and we'll do whatever we need to do to get this going.
All right, thank you, Mayor, members of council. The mayor mentioned Ryan Bowman, the Friday Eldridge and Clark. I guess it was back in January when I was before you when we did the bond for some of the water and sewer improvements that Will just mentioned. There's a couple of ordinances, as the mayor mentioned, to be considered by you tonight. The first item, though, that we need to take care of is a public hearing. Under state law, a notice of public hearing on the bond issue has to be published in the local newspaper at least 10 days in advance. And that's just an opportunity for citizens to come before you tonight to comment either for or against the proposed issuance of these bonds. So, Mayor, now is the appropriate time to open the public hearing and let anyone speak, and then if there's no one here to speak, we can certainly close that public hearing.
I'll consider it open if anyone wants to speak pro or con against it.
We're waiting to yell. We heard your complaints earlier.
I think I answered some of it there a while ago, but it just seems like more and more money getting.
Let it be for the record that we all, have that. I didn't know if we did that.
We can close the public hearing then.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll close it and go on to the next item.
Okay, and so the second item is, as the mayor mentioned and as Will mentioned, the ordinance that sets the rates for the customers that were previously with B Branch Public Water Authority. That acquisition has occurred on the city's end, and we'll talk about the financing in the next ordinance. But this ordinance just amends your current rates to incorporate those customers into the rates that are being charged by the water and sewer system. So anything to be added to that? Will?
I'm sure I will get lots of phone calls and I will take them. So if you hear this and you're a B Branch customer and you want to know why, where this money is going, what the major changes are, if you don't understand how this rate ordinance reads out, the girls in the office will have a printout just like we did with Clinton, where you can call down there and they can look up your account and they can tell you what the difference is going to be. But basically what we did, we tried to structure it the same to where we were making the same increase as what we did for Clinton. So we did do a debt service line item on those bills. It's going to be a DS, and it is $6. We did $6 just like we did Clinton customers for our ordinance and our money that we took out. The only other increase that B Branch will see is we did raise their per thousand $1. We went up $1 a thousand. So we did not do a big increase. We had that approved through ANRC and they accepted it, and that's where this ordinance comes from.
Yeah, ANRC looked at the rates that were, I think, proposed by Salt Engineering firm to ensure that the revenues that are generated by the water and sewer system would be sufficient to pay off the existing debt that you had, the debt that we closed on earlier this year, as well as the debt that you're considering tonight. And they confirmed that those rates would be sufficient to pay the debt service on those bonds, as well as operate and maintain your system, of course. And so those are the rates that were provided to me for me to include in the ordinance that you have before you tonight.
Okay. They just need to put this on the first, second, and third reading by title only. Will that be okay?
Yeah, if we could have a motion to place it on its first reading by title only and suspend the rules, unless you want me to read the ordinance in full. We'll do three separate motions for that, if that's okay.
I'll entertain a motion, second, suspend the rules, put it on the first reading by title only.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? I'll ask that. You want to read that, or you want me to?
Can we have a roll call vote on that motion?
Yeah, I ask for a vote.
Barnes.
Yes.
Hastings.
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes.
Pistol.
Yes.
Ward.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
This is an ordinance amending section 10.08.01 of the Clinton Municipal Code, prescribing other matters relating thereto and declaring an emergency.
Entertain a motion. Can I put it on second and third, or just?
Let's do second, and then we'll do third
Okay,
separately,
entertain a
please.
motion, second, put it on second reading by title only.
Make a motion.
Second.
I'll ask for a vote.
Barnes. Hastings.
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes.
Pistol.
Yes.
Ward.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
An ordinance amending section 10.08.01 of the Clinton Municipal Code prescribing other matters relating thereto and declaring an emergency.
At this point, entertain a motion second, put it on the third reading, suspend the rules, put it on third reading by title only.
Make a motion we put on third reading.
Second.
Any discussion? I'll ask for a vote.
Barnes.
Yes.
Hastings.
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes.
Pistol.
Yes.
Ward.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
An ordinance amending section 10.08.01 of the Clinton Municipal Code prescribing other matters relating thereto and declaring an emergency.
This time, I'll entertain a motion second to adopt this ordinance.
I make a motion to adopt the ordinance.
Second.
Any discussion? I'll ask for a vote.
Barnes.
Yes.
Hastings.
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes.
Pistol.
Yes.
Ward.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
And Mayor, there is an emergency clause, so if we could have a separate motion and a second and a vote on the adoption of the
Entertain a
emergency
motion
clause.
second to adopt the emergency clause.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? I'll ask for a vote.
Barnes.
Yes.
Hastings.
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes.
Pistol.
Yes.
Ward.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
2025-07.
Brings us to the second one for the water bond, Ryan.
Right. The second ordinance is authorizing the issuance of bonds secured by revenues of the water and sewer system to finance water improvements here in the city, as well as the acquisition of the assets of B Branch. So what has happened is the city has paid for the loans that B Branch had to be paid off, and that is part of the acquisition cost. So that's what you're paying to acquire the assets of B Branch. And in return, out of this bond issue, the city will be reimbursed for the proceed, for the monies that were spent to acquire those assets, to pay off those loans. In addition to that, you'll be financing some other improvements to your water system, some of the things that Will just mentioned. In the third whereas clause, you'll notice that we're authorizing two bonds. So the third whereas clause is authorizing a Series 2025 C bond in an amount of $4,869,025. That is a loan that the city will have to repay. The interest on that bond is 0.5% plus a 1% servicing fee. So you are borrowing funds over a 30-year period at an overall lending rate of 1.5%. So a very favorable rate in today's interest rate environment. The next whereas clause is authorizing a bond in the amount of $2,622,363.75. And you'll notice that is at 0%. That is in essence a grant. The Series 2025D is what's called principal forgiveness by ANRC. That's in essence a grant. This is drawdown loan, so as you draw down funds on that 2025D bond, that principal is automatically forgiven. Okay? That's subject to the condition that the city be working with your engineering firm to ensure compliance with all the federal requirements with respect to this project. I'm not aware of any city that has had to repay a principal forgiveness bond. Your engineer will be very familiar with those federal conditions and will ensure that you meet those requirements. If for some reason those requirements were not met, then and only then would you have to repay the principal on that Series 2025D bond. So in reality, even though this is set up and ANRC requires that it be set up as two different bonds, the only bond that you will have to repay, assuming compliance with all those federal conditions, is the 2025C bond in the amount of $4,869,025. Over on page 3 in section 4, it speaks to the repayment term. You will pay interest only through March 1 of 2028. So again, you're only paying interest at 0.5% plus that 1% servicing fee on the funds as you advance those. So you're allowed to draw down those funds through March 1 of 2028. Then starting on April 1 of 2028, you will begin to pay principal and interest on that bond for a 30-year period. So through March 1 of 2058. So it's a 30-year amortization schedule, but that doesn't start until 2028. So it's a little over 30 years is the repayment term on this bond issue. The bonds that we did earlier this year, 2025 A and B, those were both 20-year terms, but because you're acquiring the assets of B branch, ANRC is offering you a 30-year amortization schedule at that 0.5% interest rate. Let me stop there and see if you have any questions.
Do you need the same as the last three readings, first, second, third? Okay.
Please. And there's no emergency clause on this, so we won't have to have that motion.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion second to put on the ordinance on the first reading by title only.
Make a motion, we put this on the first reading by title only.
Second.
Second. I'll ask for a vote.
Barnes.
Yes.
Hastings.
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes.
Pistol.
Yes.
Ward.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
In order to authorizing the issuance of water and sewer revenue bonds for the purpose of financing all or portion of the cost of acquiring, constructing, and equipping extensions, betterments, and improvements to the water facilities of the city of Clinton, Arkansas, providing for the payment of the principal of and interest on the bonds and prescribing other matters relating thereto.
Entertain a motion second, put on second reading by title only.
Make a motion, put on second reading.
Second.
Any discussion? I'll ask for a vote.
Barnes.
Yes.
Hastings.
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes.
Pistol.
Yes.
Ward.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
In ordinance authorizing the issuance of water and sewer revenue bonds for the purpose of financing all or portion of the cost of extensions, betterments, and improvements to the water facilities of the city of Clinton, Arkansas, providing for the payment of the principal of and interest on the bonds, prescribing other matters relating thereto.
Entertain a motion second, put on third reading by title only.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? I'll ask for a vote.
Barnes.
Yes.
Hastings.
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes.
Pistol.
Yes.
Ward.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
In ordinance authorizing the issuance of water and sewer revenue bonds for the purpose of financing all or portion of the cost of acquiring, constructing, and equipping extensions, betterments, and improvements to the water facilities of the city of Clinton, Arkansas, providing for the payment of the principal of and interest on the bonds and prescribing other matters relating thereto.
Entertain a motion second to adopt the ordinance.
Make a motion, we adopt.
Second.
Any discussion? I'll ask for a vote.
Barnes.
Yes.
Hastings.
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes.
Pistol.
Yes.
Ward.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
2025-08.
Ron, my ears are ringing. I can't hear anything. Did you say put in an emergency clause?
There's not an emergency
Okay,
clause. No.
okay.
So that's all the action.
We're official. Are you finished with us?
I think so.
Any
Unless you have
questions
questions.
for him? Thanks for coming up. Drive safe going home.
Absolutely.
And slow down through Greenbrier.
Will do.
We'll call Sammy Joe.
Thanks for the opportunity to work with you again.
Yeah, thank you very much. That brings us down to the ordinance for temporary entertainment district, first, second, and third reading. I had it at some point. Here it is. This is an ordinance of the city of Clinton establishing a court square temporary entertainment district and the rules and regulated here thereto within the city of Clinton is authorized by 8/12/2019, declaring an emergency for other purposes. I'm going to read. Does somebody want to amend the times on this? Should we do that first? Is there a time amendment, or read that, adopt it, and then amend it?
It's currently set for 10 o'clock.
Yeah, there's a, where is that? Did somebody?
Do we need to vote on doing the first, second, third reading first
Yeah.
and then amend it? Or, I mean, I don't know what the.
I think you gotta amend it first.
You can amend it now. You can amend it at any point. It's been introduced. You can amend it now. Save yourself reading it the wrong way the first time.
I make a motion on the, find it again.
Is that on H?
H.
Yeah.
The time.
Oh, it's on the back. I was on the wrong
Is
sheet.
there more than one?
Make a motion, we amend the time from 10 p.m. to midnight.
Okay.
I'll second.
Is it second? Any discussion? I'll ask for a vote.
Barnes.
Yes.
Hastings.
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes.
Pistol.
Yes.
Ward.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
I think this is something you're familiar with. We did that the last time we had the homecoming. Seemed to work out really well. Entertain a motion, second, put this on the first, second, and third reading as amended by title only.
I mean, it's the same thing you read last year, so
Yeah.
you just want to read the title.
I'll make a motion, put on first, second, and third reading by title only.
Second.
Any discussion? I'll ask, this is the ordinance of the city of Clinton establishing a court square temporary entertainment district and rules and regulated thereto within the city of Clinton is authorized by Act 8/12/2019, declaring an emergency. Ask for a vote.
Barnes?
Yeah.
We're just voting to
Yeah.
read it, but as amended, yeah. First, second, third reading.
Did I not say as amended?
Yes, as
Yeah, but we didn't
amended.
vote on.
But we didn't vote for you to read it.
Go ahead and vote on it.
Barnes?
Yes.
Hastings?
Yes.
Lynch?
Yes.
Pistol?
Yes.
Ward?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
So now I read it
Yes.
again. Sorry. An ordinance of the City of Clinton establishing a Court Square temporary entertainment district and rules related thereto within the City of Clinton is authorized by 8/12 of 2019, declaring an emergency and for other purposes. So, have we adopted it?
You need to vote.
I'll entertain-
Someone needs to.
I make a motion, we adopt this
There you go.
ordinance.
There you go.
Second.
Any other discussion? I'll ask for a vote.
Barnes?
Yes.
Hastings?
Yes.
Lynch?
Yes.
Pistol?
Yes.
Ward?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
There's emergency clause.
Oh,
There's an emergency clause.
I make a motion, we adopt emergency clause.
any other discussion? I'll ask for a vote.
Barnes? Hastings? Barnes?
He says yes.
Okay. Hastings?
Yes.
Lynch?
Yes.
Pistol?
Yes.
Ward?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
2025-09.
Any public comments? Brings us down to public comments. Should I give the zoning department report? I never did. Well, Tim wasn't here. I'll make that in public comments. He's back. Tim Clark is back on board, and he's been gone half a year, and he went off on vacation. I wish I could do that. So anyway, good to have him back, and grateful for that. Had some good applicants, and
Is this the second time he's come back now?
yes, yeah. Well, one more time, and he's gone. Any other
Time in 10 years.
New salary, new truck.
New set phone.
Any other public comments, beratings? Brings us down to mayor's comments. Van Buren County Library, Deb Meyer and Marge LeClaire started a while back, a year or so ago, about Know Your Government. They're wanting to kick that off again. Deb is on the second week of October, and encouraging all the council to attend that. That's actually a pretty good thing. I think they do it on Tuesdays. I'll get the time lined out, but it's even in council members, show up. I'm a council member, what I do, tell the public, and it generates some interest in that. So I'd encourage you to attend that. Also, the Van Buren County Fire Expo is this weekend. Don't forget that. The chuck wagon races went great. A very good success. Thank you for our police and firefighters and all the folks and the churches that did all the cooking. Raised well over $7,000 in tips. So that's 100% goes to Meals on Wheels and the Senior Citizen Center throughout the county. Hadn't divided that up yet, but we will. Very grateful for that, and the ones that helped us and serve as always. Steve Good, Arkansas Catfish helps us out. Steve Good does a lot to help that. He's also got the stakeout coming up, so thank you, Good's Cash Savers. Don't forget to thank him for that. That's he's putting a lot into this community. Grateful for that. Also, September the 24th, I think you said, see you at the poll. Start the year off with prayer. Then saw you at the poll that evening. Don't forget that. Chuck Wag, I mentioned that. Also, Friday, 75th anniversary of Jim Tomlinson Field. I'm going to have a proclamation that we're going to read on that. Basically, I'm still putting that together from the city, but I'm sure you're okay with that. I'm going to kind of keep it. Jim Tomlinson is one of the greatest educators, coaches we've ever had, and they couldn't have named the field after a better person or family. A lot of history in that field, a lot of memories been made down there. Probably the most visited site at the Clinton School, so don't forget that. Our Booster Club does a great job of that. Jeff Hall and Mike Hawley together are like the greatest announcers ever. So this Friday, support the Jackets and hear that proclamation. Anything else? If nothing else, and thank you, Clinton, Arkansas. Thanks for the chuck wagon races. All you did be safe. We've got Scare on the Square coming up, and Moonshine Festival, and the reunion on the 17th. that weekend that we've got the entertainment district for. Nothing else, I entertain a motion, second to adjourn.
Make a motion, we adjourn. Second.
All in favor? We stand adjourned. Thank you.